Hello students, welcome to lecture 13 part 1 of Emerging Domain in Electronics Engineering. I am Assistant Professor Sugandh Gupta and in today's lecture we will be studying voltage multipliers. So I have divided this lecture 13 into two parts, that is part 1 and part 2. In the second part we will be studying the two terminal devices like LED, LCD and all. So in this part we will study the voltage multipliers. So before moving on to the circuits of voltage multipliers, first of all we should understand what is the meaning of voltage multiplier. So as the name is itself implying multiplier, that means these are those circuits that will produce the multiple of the input voltage. So if you have given a input AC voltage like Vm sin omega t, this is how we write the expression of an AC input voltage, like Vm sin omega t. Let AC input voltages Vm sin omega t. I hope you all remember that this is how we write the expression of an AC voltage. So if you apply or if you pass it through a voltage multiplier, then it will produce the multiple of the peak voltage. What is the peak voltage here? Vm. Vm is the peak voltage. So the multiple of this peak voltage will be produced like 2 Vm, 3 Vm, 4 Vm and so on. Usually in electronics we use up to 4 Vm. After 4 Vm some ripples or some disturbances are found more, so therefore we use only the voltage multipliers up to 4 Vm. So if we are producing 2 Vm, what will be the voltage multiplier circuit will be called? It will be called as a voltage doubler. If you are producing 3 Vm, then it will be called voltage tripler. And if you are producing 4 Vm, then it will be called as voltage quadrupler. So I hope everybody has understood the meaning of voltage multiplier, that if you want to produce the multiples of the input voltage and multiples of peak input voltage, then you have to use voltage multiplier. Now let us see how many types of voltage multipliers are there, as I have written here also. First of all, we will start with voltage doubler. And in the category of voltage doubler, we will study two doublers, that is half wave voltage doubler and the other is full wave voltage doubler. It is full wave voltage doubler. So let us first of all study the half wave voltage doubler. So we will see the circuit of half wave voltage doubler, analyze it and calculate the output for it. So half wave voltage doubler. Let me draw the circuit first of all. So this is the circuit of voltage doubler. Now the input voltage will be applied over here, that is Vi equals to Vm sin omega t. This is the input AC voltage. Now let us see how will this work. First of all, we will analyze C1. There are two capacitors and two diodes. So we say that it is a voltage doubler. It consists of two peak circuits. One peak circuit consists of peak circuits. So if it is a voltage doubler, it will consist of two peak circuits. If it is a voltage tripler, that means 3 Vm will be produced. That means it will be having 3 peak circuits. And when we will study voltage quadrupler, then we will see it will be having 4 peak circuits. And what is a peak circuit? Peak circuit is that which consists of one capacitor and one diode. So peak circuit is one, which consists of one capacitor and one diode. So here also you can see that we have two peak circuits. C1 will be charged through the diode D1. That means whenever D1 will be forward biased, C1 will be charged, and C2 will be charged through the diode D2. That means whenever D2 will be forward biased, it will conduct the current and C2 will be charged. So let us start from the positive cycle. See, positive cycle, during positive cycle what will happen? You will place a plus over here and a minus over here, and capacitor charge will be like this, plus and minus. Alright, now as we will calculating in the case of clampers, calculate VC over here. D2 will be reversed, D1 is forward and D2 is reversed. So leave this part, leave the second part, only consider this part. Only consider this part. So therefore now apply KVL in this portion because D1 is forward biased. So what will you find? You will find minus VI plus VC is equals to 0, and VC is equals to VI. We all know that the capacitor is charged up to the peak value of input voltage, and what is the peak value of this input voltage? That is Vm. So VC is equals to Vm. Alright, now Vm, let me rub this so that we can easily understand. Alright, so now during the negative cycle we will be having a minus over here and a plus over here. Alright, so D1 will be this time during negative cycle, and VC will be equal to Vm. Now D2, now this time D1 is reversed and D2 is forward. But remember one thing, despite the fact that D1 is reversed, C1 will not get discharged because the discharging time constant is very less. So discharging time constant, the time that takes to discharge is very high. So it will always remain charged. So therefore VC will be having Vm only. So D2 is now forward. D1, this branch of D1 is gone because D1 is open circuited, it is reversed. So now we will apply the KVL in the whole circuit. Let me draw the circuit once again for better understanding. This was C1 and VC was equals to Vm. The signs were like this. D1 diode is gone, D2 is replaced by a short circuit, and this is C2. C2, the signs will be like plus and minus. According to the diode, current will flow in this direction, and here is V0. Alright, now let me apply, and here we have Vm. We are moving in the negative cycle, so this is because Vm, I have taken the peak value of input voltage as Vm. So let me calculate by applying KVL. Plus Vm minus V0 is equals to 0. So V0 is equals to 2 Vm, isn't it? So here we get V0 is equals to 2 Vm. So this is how, that means the output that you will get will be the multiple, that is the twice of the peak value of the AC input voltage. So that is why it is called a voltage doubler. Now we should also understand why it is called a half wave voltage doubler, because during only one half cycle you are able to calculate this 2 Vm. During only one half cycle this C2 is charged up to 2 Vm. So that is why it is called half wave voltage doubler. In the case of full wave voltage doubler, we will again see the circuit and see why is it called a full wave voltage doubler. So I hope that it is understood by all. You need to only remember the circuit and just analyze it as you were doing in the case of clampers, and you can find out the V0. Now let us move on to the full wave voltage doubler. Let me draw the circuit first of all. Now remember that the second diode is connected to the above this portion. I have drawn the dot over here. And we will be taking V0 like this. So in the case of full wave voltage doubler, let's first of all analyze its operation. And we are having Vi like this, that is Vm sin omega t. So now first of all analyze it during the positive half cycle. For the positive half cycle it will be a plus and it will be a minus. Look at the circuit. Now D1 will be, it could be easily seen that D1 will be forward biased. And D2, what is the status of D2? See, D2, this N is connected to this above part, that means the plus sign. So this D2 is reversed biased. So only look at the above portion, above circuit, and apply KVL. So by applying KVL, what will we get? We will get plus VC minus Vm. I have taken Vm instead of Vi. So Vc is equals to Vm. So we have got Vc as equals to Vm. Alright. Now let's analyze it during the negative half cycle. Come to the circuit again. Place a minus and a plus. Now see, D1, you can easily recognize the status of D1. D1 is reversed and D2. N is getting minus sign. P is getting positive sign. So D2 is forward this time. And D1 is reversed. So only look at the below portion and calculate Vc again. Only look at the below portion. So what you will find over here, you are getting a minus on this side. You are getting minus on this side, and on the P side you are getting. So what will you get? You will get plus Vc minus of Vm is equals to 0. Can you see it very clearly? What are you getting over here? You are getting this portion, and now plus Vc, and this is getting, you are getting a minus over here and a plus over here because this portion is connected to the above part. So you are getting plus Vc minus Vm because you are getting Vi over here. So plus Vc minus Vm is equals to 0. So again Vc is equals to Vm. Now let us mark it here also. Vc is equals to Vm. Now what is the V0? V0 is the combination of these two Vc, that is Vc1 and Vc2. So these Vc's are placed in series. So you have to add them in order to calculate V0, and that is equals to 2 Vm. So V0 is equals to 2 Vm. Here you have made the use of both the half cycles because one half cycle is charging capacitor C1, another half cycle is charging the capacitor C2, and you are taking both the half cycles into account and you are calculating the V0. So it is a full wave voltage doubler. In the case of half wave voltage doubler, you took only account the negative half cycle part because negative half cycle only charged the capacitor C2 up to 2 Vm. So that was half wave voltage doubler. So this is the difference between half wave and full wave voltage doubler, and this is how we calculate the output. Now let us see one more circuit, and in that circuit you will be able to understand voltage tripler and quadrupler, both the things. So let us give it a heading, voltage tripler and quadrupler. So let us draw the circuit. The way to remember this circuit is, if you are drawing the capacitor up on the above part, in the second peak circuit you have to draw it below, and you have to reverse the direction of the diode. Again above and reverse the direction of the diode, that is the third peak circuit. Now again draw the capacitor below and reverse the direction of the diode, that is the fourth peak circuit. So this is C1 D1, first peak circuit, C2 D2, another peak circuit, C3 D3, another peak circuit, C4 D4, another peak circuit. So this is how we are getting onto this. Now start analyzing the circuit. First of all, during first positive half cycle, I hope everybody must understand that C1 will be charged because D1 will be conducting. Apply the KVL only in this portion. So you will get the direction of this is like this. So VC1 plus minus Vm is equals to 0 and VC1 is equals to Vm. So we have got Vm. VC1 is equals to Vm. Now during first negative half cycle, you will get a minus and a plus. Now D1 will be reversed, D2 will be forward. Here D1 only was forward. D2 is now forward. We have not taken into account during the positive half cycles other diodes because we have not charged the capacitor yet. So first of all, we need to charge the capacitors. So during the first positive cycle, D2 is forward and only charge the capacitor C2. So now take into account this whole circuit. This whole circuit will be now taken into account and apply the KVL. D1 branch is gone, so only apply in this portion, and that will be plus and minus VC2. So plus VC2 minus Vm of VC1 and minus Vm of Vi, that is equals to 0. The KVL was like this. So we have placed the values of VC1 and Vi, and now VC2 is equals to 2 Vm. So VC2 is equals to now 2 Vm. Now again during the second positive half cycle. Again during the second positive half cycle, again it will be a positive half cycle as we have drawn in the diagram. So it is a positive half cycle. Now D1 will be forward and D3 will be forward. Now you will take into account the circuit up to here. Okay, so now D2 branch is gone, D1 and D3 both are considered and they are to be forward biased. Now apply the KVL up to this circuit. So when you will apply the KVL up to this circuit, first of all place the signs of plus and minus, and it is VC3. So apply the KVL, look very carefully. VC3 minus VC2 minus Vi minus VC2 minus Vi and plus Vn. Diode is forward flowing like this. So we are taking plus VC3 minus VC2 minus Vi and minus Vm, that is VC1 is equals to 0. So VC3 minus 2 Vm minus Vm minus Vm is equals to 0. Sorry, it is plus VC1. So plus Vm. So it is minus 3 plus 2. Please let me see once more. Plus VC3 minus 2 Vm minus Vm and plus Vm. It is 3 Vm. By applying the KVL, you can see that VC3 comes out to be 2 Vm. So that is Vc3 is equals to 2 Vm. So again it is 2 Vm. Again, now let us see during the second negative half cycle. During second negative half cycle, what you will see? Again, now you will take into account the whole circuit and you will apply the KVL. So first of all, let us place the signs. That is Vc4. So you will get Vc4 is equals to, on applying KVL, you will get Vc4 equals to 2 Vm. Just apply the KVL and verify it. Now, when Vc4 will come out to be 2 Vm, so you can see Vc2 was 2 Vm. So if you will take the output voltage across this branch, you will get total V0 equals to 4 Vm. And if you want to take the output across this branch, you will get V0 equals to 3 Vm. So this is called voltage tripler and quadrupler. When you are applying a voltage quadrupler or you are analyzing it, you need to understand or remember one thing, that you need 4 peak circuits for it. When you are studying a voltage tripler, then you need 3 peak circuits for it. And 1 peak circuit is equal to 1 capacitor and 1 diode. So here we have placed 4 peak circuits in order to reach up to voltage quadrupler. So this is how we get 4 Vm, 3 Vm, 2 Vm and so on. And